Let's do this one real quick. I don't know how many points this one is.
In this room you will learn how to manually review a web application for security issues using only the inbuilt tools in your browser. More often than not, automated security tools and scripts will miss many potential vulnerabilities and useful information. Here is a short breakdown of the inbuilt browser tools you will use throughout this room. View source: use your browser to view the human-readable source code of a website. Inspector: learn how to inspect page elements and make changes to view usually blocked content. Debugger: inspect and control the flow of a page's JavaScript network, see all the network requests a page makes. As a penetration tester, your role when reviewing a website or web application is to discover features that could potentially be vulnerable and attempt to exploit them to assess whether or not they are. These features are usually parts of the website that require some interactivity with the user. Finding interactive portions of the website can be as easy as spotting a login form to manually reviewing the website's JavaScript. An excellent place to start is just with your browser exploring the website and noting down the individual pages/areas/features with a summary for each one. An example site review for the Acme IT support website would look something like this.
IT support. Customers. Test. 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 1, 2, 3. That's what I did. Okay.
The page source is the human-readable code returned to our browser/client from the web server each time we make a request. The returned code is made up.
I'll play some Call of Duty after this, but I'm trying to get. I'm on number 2. We got one more day. I want to get the number gold 1.
Of HTML, hypertext markup language, CSS, cascading style sheets, and JavaScript, and it's what tells our browser what content to display, how to show it, and adds an element of interactivity with JavaScript. For our purposes, viewing the page source can help us discover more information about the web application. How do I view the page source? While viewing a website, you can right-click on the page, and you'll see an option on the menu that says View Page Source. Most browsers support putting View Source in front of the URL, for example, View Source HTTP URL. In your browser menu, you'll find an option to view the page source. This option can sometimes be in submenus such as Developer Tools or More Tools. Let's view some page source. Try viewing the page source of the home page of the Acme IT support website. Unfortunately, explaining everything you can see here is well out of the scope of this room, and you'll need to look into website design/development courses to understand it fully. What we can do is pick out bits of information that are of importance to us. At the top of the page, you'll notice some code starting with dash and ending with these are comments. Comments are messages left by the website developer, usually to explain something in the code to other programmers or even notes/reminders for themselves. These comments don't get displayed on the actual web page. This comment describes how the homepage is temporary while a new one is in development. View the web page in the comment to get your first flag. Links to different pages in HTML are written in anchor tags. These are HTML elements that start with a and the.
I don't see the flag anywhere. View the web page in the comment. Oh. Huh? I don't see anything. I don't. I don't see anything here. Here, this thing. Where's the other one? Where's the damn? There. I don't see what they're talking about. Okay. I was confused on that for a second.
Link that you'll be directed to is stored in the href attribute. For example, you'll see the contact page.
Links to different pages are written in anchor tags. What is a href attribute? Specify the destination. Yeah, that's the hyperlink. Okay.
Link on line 31. If you view further down the page source, there is a hidden link to a page starting with SECR. View this link to get another flag.
SECR. Secret. Not a secret anymore.
You obviously wouldn't get a flag in a real-world situation, but you may discover some private area used by the business for storing company/staff/customer information. External files
Now
such as
I want to see how that is secret. So the dash A. How are these not hidden? So this one's hidden. Do two. Oh. It's not hidden. Oh, okay. It's not hidden. Okay. It is, but it's not. See, there's a hyperlink right there. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, thanks, ChatGPT.
CSS, JavaScript, and images can be included using the HTML code. In this example, you'll notice that these files are all stored in the same directory. If you view this directory in your web browser, there is a configuration error. What should be displayed is either a blank page or a 403 forbidden page with an error stating you don't have access to the directory. Instead, the directory listing feature has been enabled, which in fact, lists every file in the directory. Sometimes this isn't an issue, and all the files in the directory
How do we get to there?
are safe to be viewed by the public, but in some instances, backup files, source code, or other confidential information could be stored here. In this instance, we get a flag in the flag.txt file. Many websites
I don't see the directory though. What is the most common directory? I forgot. What is it? Oh, okay. Slash assets. Oh. What is the framework flag? I wanna check more shit out.
these days aren't made from scratch and use what's called a framework. A framework is a collection of pre-made code that easily allows a developer to include common features that a website would require, such as blogs, user management, form processing, and much more, saving the developers hours or days of development. Viewing the page source can often give us clues into whether a framework is in use and, if so, which framework and even what version. Knowing the framework
No way.
and version can be a powerful find, as there may be public vulnerabilities in the framework, and the website might not be using the most up-to-date version. At the bottom of the page, you'll find a comment about the framework and version in use and a link to the framework's website. Viewing the framework's website, you'll see that our website is, in fact, out of date. Read the update notice and use the information that you find to discover another flag.
Change default. Oh. Oh, file dash zip. Oh, I was looking at something else. It was the same thing. That's a fucking. What says it's using 1.2? Oh, it is using 1.2.
Developer Tools. Every modern browser includes Developer Tools. This is a toolkit used to aid web developers in debugging web applications and gives you a peek under the hood of a website to see what is going on. As a pentester, we can leverage these tools to provide us with a much better understanding of the web application. We're specifically focusing on 3 features of the Developer Toolkit: Inspector, Debugger, and Network. Opening Developer Tools. The way to access Developer Tools is different for every browser. If you're not sure how to access it, click the View Site button on the top right of this task to get instructions to how to access the tools for your browser. Inspector. The
Tools. this the inspector?
Page source doesn't always represent what's shown on a web page. This is because CSS, JavaScript, and user interaction can change the content and style of the page, which means we need a way to view what's been displayed in the browser window at this exact time. Element Inspector assists us with this by providing us with a live representation of what is currently on the website. As well as viewing this live view, we can also edit and interact with the page elements, which is helpful for web developers to debug issues. On the Acme IT support website, click into the news section, where you'll see 3 news articles. The first 2 articles are readable, but the third has been blocked with a floating notice above the content stating you have to be a premium customer to view the article. These floating boxes blocking the page contents are often referred to as paywalls, as they put up a metaphorical wall in front of the content you wish to see until you pay. Right-clicking on the premium notice, paywall, you should be able to select the inspect option from the menu, which opens the developer tools either on the bottom or right-hand side depending on your browser or preferences. You'll now see the elements/HTML that make up the website, similar to the screenshots below.
Hide element. I want to know how it works for medium. There was one of those that was damn, I can't find which one it was. There was a medium one that did that. I want to know if that works now. I want to find out if that works now.
Locate the div element with the class Premium Customer Blocker and click on it. You'll see all the CSS styles in the styles box that apply to this element, such as margin top, 60px and text align, center. The style we're interested in is the display block. If you click on the word block, you can type a value of your own choice. Try typing none, and this will make the box disappear, revealing the content underneath it and a flag. If the element didn't have a display field, you could click below the last style and add in your own. Have a play with the element inspector.
There was a fucking walkthrough that had that on there with medium. I want to know if I can find that walkthrough now. Go back to here. Let's go back to that. I want to find that one. There was a walkthrough on medium that had that, and I want to. Let's see if we can find that walkthrough and see if that works. find it. One of these will have. One of these did it. I know for a fact. No, which one was it? Damn it, I can't find it. Fuck, I can't find that damn walkthrough now that had that fucking... I thought it was Tempest. Dude, one of those was blocked. I want to know if it works. Now it's hard to find one. Damn it. I can't find one that's blocked now. Whatever. I can't find it now, but whatever. I know there was one that did that.
Developer Tools, Debugger. This panel in the Developer Tools is intended for debugging JavaScript, and again is an excellent feature for web developers wanting to work out why something might not be working. But as penetration testers, it gives us the option of digging deep into the JavaScript code. In Firefox and Safari, this feature is called Debugger, but in Google Chrome, it's called Sources. On the Acme IT support website, click on the contact page. Each time the page is loaded, you might notice a rapid flash of red on the screen. We're going to use the debugger to work out what this red flash is and if it contains anything interesting. Debugging a red dot wouldn't be something you'd do in the real world as a penetration tester, but it does allow us to use this feature and get used to the debugger.
Okay.
In both browsers, on the left-hand side, you see a list of all the resources the current web page is using. If you click into the Assets folder, you'll see a file named flash.minjs. Clicking on this file displays the contents of the JavaScript file. Many times when viewing JavaScript files, you'll notice that everything is on one line, which is because it has been minimized, which means all formatting, tabs, spacing and new lines have been removed to make the file smaller. This file is no exception to this, and it has also been obfuscated, which makes it purposely difficult.
Means hidden, right? Obfuscated.
To read, so it can't be copied as easily by other developers. We can return some of the formattings by using the pretty print option, which looks like two braces to make it a little more readable, although due to the obfuscation, it's still difficult to comprehend what is going on with the file. If you scroll to the bottom of the flash.minjs file, you'll see the line, flash remove.
Huh.
This little bit of JavaScript is what is removing the red pop-up from the page. We can utilize another feature of debugger called breakpoints. These are points in the code that we can force the browser to stop processing the JavaScript and pause the current execution. If you click the line number that contains the above code, you'll notice it turns blue. You've now inserted a breakpoint on this line.
No way.
Now try refreshing the page, and you'll notice the red box stays on the page instead of disappearing, and it contains a flag.
That's cool.
Developer Tools, Network. The Network tab on the Developer Tools can be used to keep track of every external request a web page makes. If you click on the Network tab and then refresh the page, you'll see all the files the page is requesting. Try doing this on the contact page. You can press the trash can icon to delete the list if it gets a bit overpopulated. With the Network tab open, try filling in the contact form and pressing the Send Message button. You'll notice an event in the Network tab, and this is the form being submitted in the background using a method called AJAX. AJAX is a method for sending and receiving network data in a web application background without interfering by changing the current web page.
I don't know what that is, anything like that. I'm seeing header flag. Huh? I do see it, AJ. Trash can, trash can. Where's the trash can? That was pretty cool. I did kind of learn a lot on that one. Still number 2. 12:28. I'll do more. Well, I'm done. I'm still number 2. Tomorrow I'll try. I got 18 hours. So. I'll do that tomorrow. I'm done. Yeah, I'm still only number 2. I probably. $18 hours from. What? So, by 11 a.m. I'm not gonna get 12. Yeah, that's what I thought. It'd be 6 p.m. Where's Jay? That's right. He's trying to play something. I don't want to keep going. What was that? Oh, thanks for the follow, Elmo. I fucks with Elmo. I'm trying to, man. I want to get number 1 on this damn leaderboard, man. But it's fucking midnight already. I'm only ranked 2. I need like 40 more. But it's still, I don't know. There's a point of even doing that. If I'm number 2 on the leaderboard right now, and if I spend more time in 18 hours, I could still be dropped. Well, fuck. I was number 1 for like all day. I didn't do a lesson all day. I just now got the number 2. So he just now passed me. I might do one more. Fuck. I don't know. Might just try to keep. I'll keep going until I'm number 1. Then I'll stop. You know, what's this? Content discovery? Fuck it. Let's see if anyone wants to play with me. And if no one wants to, damn. I forgot I was looking at that damn. I gotta get rid of that sex bug. Demonetized. I don't know why my fucking cousin sent me that. That's the second time I did that on a stream. I had to see what he was talking about. No, he's not even online. Is he even online? Let's see, is he even online? Shit, I'll just keep going then, fuck it.
Firstly, we should ask, in the context of web application security, what is content? Content can be many things: a file, video, picture, backup, a website feature. When we talk about content discovery, we're not talking about the obvious things we can see on a website. It's the things that aren't immediately presented to us and that weren't always intended for public access. This content could be, for example, pages or portals intended for staff usage, older versions of the website, backup files, configuration files, administration panels, etc. There are 3 main ways of discovering content on a website which we'll cover: manually, automated, and OSINT, open source intelligence. Start the attack box by clicking the blue Start Attack Box button, and the machine on this task.
I'll keep studying. They'll probably. Let's get back. Let's just finish this lesson. What the fuck did it say? There are 3 ways. Oh man, and start tab. Blah, blah, blah. I already did that. I was waiting for this damn thing to load. What is the content discovery method that begins with M? I don't know. I should have started the chat box a long time ago. Alright, we're just waiting for it to load. This one actually, let's see, is this a real account? Oh, it looks like a real account. I had a problem with so many fake accounts. Like almost half of these are all fake accounts. Created 2 years ago. That's gotta be a real person. No, they don't ever do anything. Oh, there we go. Fucking finally. What is content discovery? Introduction to web hacking. The same fucking thing? Huh? What is the content discovery method that begins with M? Manually? Automated? I didn't know it was asking that. Fuck, I've been waiting for that. I could have answered that a long time ago. Fuck.
There are multiple places we can manually check on a website to start discovering more content. Robots.txt. The robots.txt file is a document that tells search engines which pages they are and aren't allowed to show on their search engine results, or ban specific search engines from crawling the website altogether. It can be common practice to restrict certain website areas so they aren't displayed in search engine results. These pages may be areas such as administration portals or files meant for the website's customers. This file gives us a great list of locations on the website that the owners don't want us to discover as penetration testers. Take a look at the robots.txt file on the Acme IT support website to see if they have anything they don't want to list. To do this, open Firefox on the attack box and enter the URL http.
Stop talking. Okay. Staff-portal. So you know damn well I'm gonna go there now. I did find it. Oh, there's a whole site map. These are all fake. There's a whole site map? I didn't know that. No way. Test carousel. I gotta send that to him. The hell? What the fuck? Why is that on Facebook? The shit you see, that's just on my fucking home page. Test carousel. That's pretty cool. Anyways. Favicon.
Favicon. The favicon is a small icon displayed in the browser's address bar or tab used for branding a website. Sometimes when frameworks are used to build a website, a favicon that is part of the installation gets left over, and if the website developer doesn't replace this with a custom one, this can give us a clue on what framework is in use. OWASP hosts a database of common framework icons that you can use to check against the target's favicon HTTP URL. Once we know the framework stack, we can use external resources.
Poops. Ooh. He has a fat. So what's it look like on here? Oops. Maybe .ico. I'm just checking shit. If you run the command on the chat box, it would download the favicon and get its MD5 hash value and you can look up on it. Okay. Okay, curl. CGIR. Okay. CGIIRC. CGIIRC. Almost there.
Sitemap.xml. Unlike the robots.txt file, which restricts what search engine crawlers can look at, The sitemap.xml file gives a list of every file the website owner wishes to be listed on a search engine. These can sometimes contain areas of the website that are a bit more difficult to navigate to, or even list some old web pages that the current site no longer uses but are still working behind the scenes. Take a look at the sitemap.xml file on the Acme IT support website to see if there's any new content we haven't yet discovered. HTTP URL. Open this in the Firefox browser on the attack box.
Secret area. I want to check it out. Almost there.
HTTP headers. When we make requests to the web server, the server returns various HTTP headers. These headers can sometimes contain useful information such as the web server software and possibly the programming/scripting language in use. In the below example, we can see the web server is Minx version 1.18.0 and runs PHP version 7.4.3. Using this information, we could find vulnerable versions of software being used. Try running the below curl command against the web server, where the vSwitch enables verbose mode, which will output the headers. There might be something interesting.
It's the same exact thing.
Framework stack. Once you've established the framework of a website, either from the above favicon example or by looking for clues in the page source such as comments, copyright notices or credits, you can then locate the framework's website. From there, we can learn more about the software and other information, possibly leading to more content we can discover. Looking at the page source of our Acme IT support website, HTTP URL, you'll see a comment at the end of every page with the page load time and also a link to the framework's website, which is HTTP URL. Let's take a look at that website. Viewing the documentation page gives us the path of the framework's administration portal, which gives us a flag if viewed on the Acme IT support website.
Alright, man, I remember already doing that. Oh yeah, that's right. See, I found a lot of these on just playing with it before. I should be number one now. Yup.
There are also external resources available that can help in discovering information about your target website. These resources are often referred to as OSINT or open source intelligence, as they're freely available tools that collect information. Google hacking/dorking. Google hacking/dorking utilizes Google's advanced search engine features, which allow you to pick out custom content. You can, for instance, pick out results from a certain domain name using the site filter. For example, site TryHackMe.com. You can then match this up with certain search terms, say, for example, the word admin, site TryHackMe.com admin. This then would only return
Am I doing it wrong? Maybe I need to do. It ain't working for me. Let's try fucking when it ain't working for me.
Wapalizer. HTTP URL is an online tool and browser extension that helps identify what technologies a website uses, such as frameworks, content management systems, CMS, payment processors, and much more, and it can even find version numbers as well.
What is the website address?
GitHub. To understand GitHub, you first need to understand Git. Git is a version control system that tracks changes to files in a project. Working in a team is easier because you can see what each team member is editing and what changes they made to files. When users have finished making their changes, they commit them with a message and then push them back to a central location, repository, for the other users to then pull those changes to their local machines. GitHub is a hosted version of Git on the internet. Repositories can either be set to public or private and have various access controls. You can use GitHub's search feature to look for company names or website names to try and locate repositories belonging to your target. Once discovered, you may have access to source code, passwords, or other content that you hadn't yet found. S3 buckets. S3 buckets are a storage service provided by Amazon AWS, allowing people to save files and even static website content in the cloud accessible over HTTP and HTTPS. The owner of the files can set access permissions to either make files public, private, and even writable. Sometimes these access permissions are incorrectly set and inadvertently allow access to files that shouldn't be available to the public. The format of the S3 buckets is http://name.s3.amazonaws.com, where name is decided by the owner, such as tryhackme-assets.s3.amazonaws.com. S3 buckets can be discovered in many ways, such as finding the URLs in the website's page source, GitHub repositories, or even automating the process. One common automation method is by using the company name followed by common terms such as name assets, name www, name public, name private, etc.
Huh.
What is automated discovery? Automated discovery is the process of using tools to discover content rather than doing it manually. This process is automated as it usually contains hundreds, thousands, or even millions of requests to a web server. These requests check whether a file or directory exists on a website, giving us access to resources we didn't previously know existed. This process is made possible by using a resource called word lists.
Yeah.
What are word lists? Word lists are just text files that contain a long list of commonly used words. They can cover many different use cases. For example, a password word list would include the most frequently used passwords, whereas we're looking for content in our case, so we'd require a list containing the most commonly used directory and file names. An excellent resource for word lists that is pre-installed on the THM attack box is http URL, which Daniel Miesler curates. Automation tools. Although there are many different content discovery tools available, all with their features and flaws, we're going to cover 3 which are pre-installed on our attack box:
I use Dobuster
and GoBuster. On the attack box, execute the following 3 commands, targeting the Acme IT support website, and see what results you get.
monthly. Development. Let's check that one out. Well, that's it. Put that thing on LinkedIn too. Why not? Boom, just posting. Alright, well, I'm done for today. I might play some Call of Duty or something. Let's see where we at. 1348. So rank number 1. So I'll check in tomorrow. Hopefully I'll stay number 1. Probably not. I'm sure someone will take it by then. Top 2%. Alright, well, I'm gonna turn this off and I might play some Call of Duty or something. Probably play some Call of Duty.